Hey you guys, it's Therese and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my haul from April to June, and I swear the next haul will just be a summer haul, so like a 3-month gap and not the weird 2 months I've been doing. So yeah, let's just kind of get into it because I didn't buy a ton, but I bought enough to probably hurt my bank. So 2 of these books are actually books I already own. I just bought other covers for them because I am crazy like that. And the first one is Davy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is the UK edition. I didn't get the Waterstones version because those have black sprayed edges and that would have been really pretty, but it's fine. But if you guys don't know, this has become easily one of my favorite books of all time. It is inspired by Fleetwood Mac heavily. The inception until the falling apart of this very well-known band in the 60s named Davy Jones and the Six. And it's just such a great book. It's just wonderful. And I recently reread the audiobook, which I'll be including in my wrap-up. And the full cast was just wonderful, and I'm so emotional. But here's the cover with kind of the dust jacket. One of you guys had recently brought it to my attention that I don't show how the dust jackets look when they're naked, and that's my bad. My very, very bad. So yeah. But here is how it looks like with the dust jacket. Naked, it's just a plain black thing, and then the end pages are what's gorgeous. They're all like tickets of Davy Jones and the Six, which I low-key want for myself, and I probably will find like construction paper or something to make it. And also, if you guys did not know, this is told all in oral history, so it's all interviews, and I highly recommend the audiobook because I did just reread it and it was wonderful. But again, we'll talk more about that in the wrap-up. The next book that I bought that was also a read-by, because I own this book already, is The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. This is, I believe, the Penguin's Classic? No, the Bloomsbury Modern Classics edition. I saw this, I believe, on Instagram, and I had to have it, so I scoured the internet for it. But it's just a really plain, kind of thick paper material. And if you guys don't know, this follows kind of the friendship into romance of Achilles and Patroclus throughout their entire relationship leading up to the Trojan War, and a retelling of their original myth. Again, you guys have seen me talk about this book over and over again, and I will really leave my review for it down below, along with my review for Davy Jones and the Six and my updated review on both these books via Goodreads. But the next book that I bought is actually a graphic novel, and that is Motor Crush by Brendan Fletcher, and I forget who else, so I'll have the thing here. But I bought it on Nook when I meant to buy it on Kindle. Essentially, this follows a gang of, a motorcycle gang competing against one another, and their main character has a drug or a chemically engineered something that you can put into your motorcycles to make them go faster, and that is called Crush. And it's supposed to be a really interesting read. I know it's part of my LGBT. It has some representation in the community, so I have included that in my TBR for Pride, so I will leave that link down below as well for you guys who want to see what I am reading this month, which, by the way, it is June 2nd when I am filming this. I haven't touched any of the books yet because I have been so busy. So great start to Queer Lit Readathon. The next book that I bought is actually one that recently came out, and that is Again But Better by Christine Riccio. If you guys don't know, Christine Riccio is a booktuber here, probably one of the OG booktubers. I have followed her kind of path as she created these books, wrote the book through her vlogs, and I'm so happy for her. I'm so excited. But essentially, this follows Shane, who has been kind of doing college all wrong in terms of socializing and having a life. In terms of academically, she's been doing really well. Pre-med, does everything that her parents want. That is until she goes to London to kind of relive her college experience for this, I believe, summer or year. I forgot how long it is. But I studied abroad for a month, for the summer actually, in Ireland. So it's been nice to kind of feel all the feelings again with meeting all of my friends and getting the hang of everything. And yeah, and as for Naked, the end papers are just a plain teal, and then there's buttered toast on the cover. So very pretty, very Christine. I'm excited. I have started reading it because it's on my general June TBR, which should be up by the time this haul goes up, hopefully. But yeah, again, super excited to get more into this book. hopefully I'm going to love it like everyone else. The next book is Layer of Dreams by Libba Bray. This is the sequel to The Diviners by Libba Bray, and we kind of follow the rest of our cast. If you guys don't know, The Diviners is like a paranormal mystery, supernatural elements where it's in 1920s New York and they're solving a mystery essentially of this killer. And some of these characters have their own weird mystical powers that I was really intrigued in, and like this book is a little chunky. So wish me luck, because also on my Queer Lit TBR, as there are a representation in one of the characters is gay, and I believe we are introduced to an ace character. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll find out. The next book on this list is Ivy Aberdeen's Letter to the World by Ashley Herring Blake. This is a middle grade novel that follows young Ivy Aberdeen as her house has been torn up by a tornado, and her sketchbook / diary with a bunch of drawings of little girls holding hands has kind of gone missing, and these drawings start to show up in her locker, so she has to figure out who ended up getting this, getting her journal, and she's low-key hoping it's this girl that she's been harboring a crush on. So I have heard a lot of good things about this book. It's supposed to make you cry. So I'm walking my way through this book for Queer Lit TBR. Again, I will leave my video up in the description below in case you guys want to see what books I am reading. But I'm very excited, very unprepared for this book. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what to expect, so wish me luck. The next book is also a new release, and I believe that was released May 14th-ish, and that is I Wish You All the Best by Mason Deaver. This follows, I always switch their names because I haven't read the book yet. Okay. So Ben has recently come out as non-binary to their parents, effectively getting them kicked out of their house, and now they have to live with their estranged older sister to finish out their year. And now as they're starting out, like, you know, getting the hang of their gender identity and finishing out senior year in a completely new school, they meet Nathan, who kind of shakes things up for them. And again, I heard that this book has brought you a lot of tears, so I am very hesitant. But the dust jacket has like the thing embossed on it, and it's just so cute, and I am excited to read this wonderful book that I follow Mason on social media, and I'm very excited for them, and I'm so happy that they got this published. The next book is If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. I have been hunting this book down forever. You guys have no idea. But essentially, it's this kid gets out of jail recently, joins a Shakespeare class, and it's a weird twist of a murder mystery with some Raven boys and Shakespeare. And that's all you really need to know, because I am super excited for this book, like unbelievably excited. I need to catch up on some of my Shakespeare, so I think I might have to put this on the back burner for a bit while I kind of bust out my some Shakespeare and reread and do all that fun stuff. Because I don't know how much Shakespeare is going to be involved in this, if it's just like his main plays or not, but wish me luck. The next book that I'm going to be reading, or I picked up, is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. This has been a booktube favorite, and it's been a hot minute since I've gotten the chance to read this. But essentially, this follows several kinds of London. So there's Grey London, there's Black London, and our main character is a messenger and can travel between Londons. And he is, I think, one of the last ones. I don't know a lot about this book, aside from just several different Londons, several different parallel universe Londons, so I am very excited to pick this up, like ASAP. And I don't know if I included this in my June TBR. I haven't written down my TBRs yet, so hopefully. The next book I actually have read, and I will be including it in my wrap-up coming up soon, and that is An Ember in the Ashes by Saba Tahir. This is a high fantasy YA, YA high fantasy involving Laia, who is a slave, and Ilias, who is a soldier, and despite these, neither one of them are free, and there is a revolution going on. And since I had recently read the book, I am a potential spoiler, so I'm not going to get too much into it, but I will have a lot of thoughts in my wrap-up. Keep an eye out for that, which should be up soon. I just need to catch up on all my Goodreads reviews, so wish me luck. The next book is The Secret History by Donna Tartt. Now, this is a lot. I still need to read The Goldfinch because that's coming out into a movie soon, and that looks really interesting, but I tangent. This is essentially like If We Were Villains, just involving Greek mythology. So you guys know this is directly up my alley. And it essentially is a murder mystery. One of the characters is dead. There's some Raven Boys aesthetic here where there's like a group of misfit kids getting together to find something. Very excited. I have heard nothing but great things about it. I need to pick it up soon, but I don't know when soon is because, like I said, I forgot to write down my June TBR. So we're here and I'm struggling, but it's fine. The next book is Dracula by Bram Stoker. I have never read Dracula. TBH, I don't know a lot about Dracula. I just know it's about vampires, so I couldn't give you much. But I'm excited to finally pick it up. I couldn't tell you why it took me so long, because like a couple years ago, vampires were right up my alley. Still are kind of right up my alley, but... So I don't know. But I will pick this up soon-ish. And I'll tell you guys what I thought. Hopefully I love it because it's a classic and the cover is really interesting and pretty. Definitely a cover buy because I had no intention to buy this book at all. 4 more books. Okay. This next book is More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera. I don't know a lot about this book. My friend had recommended it to me, so thank you, Kendra, for the recommendation. I'm going to cry, so I'm going to call you or message you, and you're not going to be happy with the choice words I'm going to use for this. But it's from what I gather, it's about this Aaron Soto who is kind of trying to find happiness after family tragedy leaves him reeling. Once he finds kind of a content area in his life with his girlfriend, he starts to get closer to his best friend. Feelings stir up, and there's a weird sci-fi element where people can come in and like mess with your memories and make you happy. So I don't know. That's all I really know, and I'm excited, but I'm terrified because Adam Silvera's books have the tendency to rip my heart out, and I'm not emotionally prepared. So wish me luck, because I'm reading this for Queer Lit Readathon. The next book that I picked up is Wonder Woman Warbringer by Leigh Bardugo. I have been meaning to pick up the DC Icons books for a while now. I love DC. DC is one of my favorites next to Marvel. Duh. And essentially it's a retelling of Wonder Woman's kind of inception. And Leigh Bardugo's writing has been as great as I have heard from people. So I'm excited to have this be my first kind of interaction with her overall writing. The second to last book that I picked up is one that I am pretty sure I'm reading for June. And that is Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Taylor Jenkins Reid has become one of my favorite authors, as you can tell. And I have been meaning to pick up one of her backlisted works. But essentially this follows Hannah Martin, and at like 29, I believe, she's been having to refigure out her life. So she and her friend go to this art museum for a day where she meets up with kind of the one that got away scenario, and she is posed with 2 questions. Either she goes back home with her friend, or she goes home with Pretty Boy / Maybe in Another Life. So this has dual perspective, not dual perspective, but it gives you the option to go like, yeah, you go with friend or you go with dude. So I'm excited and kind of intrigued by this concept. I want to see the outcomes of both situations, how she wrote the story. So I'm excited to pick this up, and I mean, it's Taylor Jenkins Reid. I love, 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 love Taylor Jenkins Reid. And the last book is Queens of Innis Lear by Tessa Gratton. This is a retelling of King Lear by Shakespeare. I want to pick this up so badly, and I picked this up when I was in California for a day trip with my family. But I want to pick this up, but I need to reread King Lear so I know aspects of the book. Because it's been a hot minute, like 4-ish years, 5-ish since I read the book, so we'll see. But that is it for my haul. I bought a lot of books in the span of 2 months, so it'll probably be a while until you guys see another book haul from me, or me buying books in June, because broke. But until my next video, I hope you guys are having a wonderful week. What books have you guys bought recently that you guys are interested in picking up soon? Or any of these books do you want me to read faster than others so I can give you guys a review? Leave those down below. All social media links will be down below as well. Hit like, subscribe, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!